Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Friday night, time for a Fright Friday review. And tonight's category was From Sea to Bloody Sea. And I chose the movie Deep Rising, which I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer for.
Welcome to the greatest pleasure ship ever built. Good times forever!
I have something here, sir.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's a malfunction, sir.
That's impossible. Where are they coming from?
I don't know, sir, but whatever it is, it's, big.
They answered a distress call.
Where the hell is everybody?
Now,
What the hell is that?
they're dead in the water.
I got a really bad feeling about this.
The ship's infested. Let's get the hell out of here!
What the hell is that?
The girl from Ipanema.
I don't mean to sound like a wuss, but this is starting to freak me out, man.
I vote we leave. Who votes we leave?
Deep Rising.
Alright, so as you can see, that was Deep Rising, which came out in 1998. Written and directed by Steven Sommers. It starred Treat Williams, who plays John, Famke Janssen, who was Trillian St. James. She had different identities. She was like a thief. She wanted to steal all the rich people's stuff on the ship, break into the safe. She's like wanted in other countries and everything, which I'll get to more her in a minute. Anthony Held was Simon Canton, who was like the owner of the ship. Then we have, I can never say his name, Digimon Hansu. He was in Blood Diamond and the movie I was in, Never Back Down. Unfortunately, he was on the same set as I was on that day. He would have been cool to meet, but he's done a lot of movies. And then Trevor Goddard plays T-Ray. And when I heard his voice, I was like, that guy sounds exactly like Kano from Mortal Kombat. So I went ahead and I Internet Movie Database him. And sure enough, he played Kano in Mortal Kombat. And also, which I didn't know, on a bit of more depressing news, he actually died June 7th, 2003. And ironically, I didn't even realize this or plan this or anything, but today is June 7th, and it's actually the anniversary of his death. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, that's a weird coincidence. Like I said, not planned. I just hadn't seen Deep Rising in years, and I wanted to see it. And one of the actors had passed away on this day in 2003. But anyway, so basically the plot of this movie is Treat Williams, John. He's got a couple of crew members with him, and he takes people out on his boat wherever they want to go. His motto is, if the cash is there, he doesn't care. And he brings on a bunch of these people, which he didn't know that they have like these war machine guns and torpedoes. And what they're going to do is they were hired to sink the ship, and they were also going to rob it. The guy who had either built the ship or runs it, whatever, he felt that it cost him too much money and it was going to bankrupt him. He didn't make enough money with the passengers to keep it a success. So he hired these people so they could destroy the ship and he could get the insurance, and he would make more money that way than continuing this cruise line for rich people. And he's on the inside, and he turns off the ship's communication, so of course they have no way of calling out for help. And so when they get to the ship, everybody's gone. They don't know what's going on. It's almost like a ghost ship. And then they start hearing stuff in the wall, and they come across these dead bodies that are these skeletons who are like regurgitated. They were like eaten by some sort of creatures, which they don't know what it is. At first, they don't see the creatures. And while they're looking for people, they come across the owner of the ship, Famke Jensen, who was trying to rob the place. She survives because they locked her up in the holding there. So she wasn't in with the crowd when everybody was eaten on the ship. So basically everyone on the ship except a handful of people are dead. And they're trying to explain what's going on to John and the other characters of what's going on, that there's something on the ship, and they don't believe them at first until they start getting attacked. And as you saw, it was going through the ship's pipes and everything. And there's some sort of like sea creature that I forget what they said. There was a certain name for it, not really like a squid, but there's actually like certain creatures that swallow their prey and then they regurgitate the bones, and it's an actual sea creature supposedly, but this was like a giant one. And it's weird because they look like tentacles and stuff, as you saw through the trailer. But as we get closer to the end of the movie, there's like a giant creature bust through, and it looks like a giant squid, and it has eyes, and then it has more of it, the teeth, and what you saw being chased, how there was like a group of them. So I don't know if it's like one organism with a bunch of parts or a community of creatures. But yeah, you saw from the trailer what that was. So they're trying to escape the ship and everything. What's cool is one person, you see him get grabbed, and they shoot the creature open with the machine gun. He falls out, and like that acids of the body, like half of his face and brain is like coming out, and he's screaming until he dies. And they're just basically trying to survive, and there's only a few of them that may survive. Basically, it's just like a total beast massacre. So that's pretty much it. They're just trying to survive on the ship, and they find out that the owner was involved, and he tries to escape without them, but something happens to him, and he gets what he deserves. So he's a real ass through it, and he even when he's with one of John's companions who works with him on the ship during the tour, giving the tours and everything, they're being chased, and he's like, oh, it's not going to stop chasing us until it eats, and he shoots the guy in the leg to try to get away. So yeah, he deserves what happens to him. But yeah, it's a really interesting sea creature movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely it's worth checking out. Like I said, a bunch of people get eaten. You see regurgitated skeletons. So yeah, it's for 1998 sea creature movie. It's pretty interesting. I definitely, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Don't want to really give too much else away. So check it out, and thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.